Hey, everybody.
Hello. We are at least 6 feet apart right now, aren't we?
How far apart are we? Like
A few
8 miles? I don't know. But we are practicing our social distancing. We hope you are too. And here we are to try something new.
Yep, we are. And we are going to have something exciting happen right now.
That's right. And we know that parents know how to parent, and we know that parents have their children at home, but this isn't summer vacation. This isn't, February school vacation. They can't go to the movies or do play dates or things like that. So we thought if it would be helpful, we would toss out a lot more ideas of things to do around the house with limited resources and limited time.
Yep. So we are having a SMACKDOwn.
A SMACKDOwn.
Is that what you to call it?
All right, I thought it was a battle, but I like SmackDown better. I'm going to get you.
All right. So,
so we're going to go back and forth with some ideas.
Yes. So I'll start because this is probably on your list, and I'm going to steal it first, and I'll start the SmackDown right now.
Go right ahead.
Okay. How about yoga? Doing yoga. There's lots of ways to do yoga. Very simple, but you can do yoga right in the living room.
I'm going to have to take that off my list. And you could do it through Comcast or any kind of on-demand. They have things like that. So, all right, I'm going to put down just having little battery-operated tea lights or votive candles or a string of Christmas lights that you put into a box or under the table for kids to feel like they have a special little place to hang out and relax.
Good one. How about sorting socks and then having a sock, toss if you want to?
Anybody wants to come to my house and sort socks, that works for me.
Yeah.
I say, you all still have to eat, so have a candlelight dinner, even if it's only cereal. Light some candles and try to make it special.
All right. I know we said we weren't going to repeat things from the last one, but dance party. But
she's cheating already.
Off the lights and using flashlights to have a dance party.
Well, I just happen to have a flashlight because I thought to bring some props with me.
Of course you have props.
I love that idea. Flashlight dance party. That's awesome. That's awesome, Leanne. How about making breakfast for dinner?
Oh, that's one of my favorites, actually. How about putting on a play? Let the kids play with you. They can be in another room creating the play, and then they'll come in and put the play on for you. There you go.
Especially if parents are home working and they have conference calls and things they need to do, having them write scripts and set up the scenery and get costumes and all that, especially if you have a mixed age group of kids, that would be great. Or if you only have one child, they can still make up a play. How about a fashion show for the whole family so that you can have clothes and jewelry and heels and things and perform a fashion show?
Oh, how about maybe learn a magic trick?
I love that one. Or a card trick. That would be fun. I was outside yesterday. I went for a hike, and I saw this beautiful little, almost like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, just kind of in the middle of the woods. If you have something like that in your yard, go out and decorate it, or send the kids out to decorate it in your backyard.
Good one, Kath. How about an indoor hopscotch? You can put tape down, and they can play hopscotch right in their
Awesome. Hadn't thought about it. What about, I know some friends of mine took a walk down the beach the other day, and they all stayed several feet apart from each other, which was cute. But if you can access the beach or the woods and collect pine cones or shells or things like that, and then have the kids paint them when they get home, or clean them in the sink with sudsy water or something to keep them busy for a longer period of time.
Yes, I've noticed that a lot of different birds are around right now. So what about bringing the kids outside and seeing how many different birds you can find?
Ooh, and depending upon how old they are, they could chart and graph and research them. That's a great idea. All right, so speaking of outside, when I brought props. When I was outside the other day,
you would bring props.
This little piece of a birch log. Can you see? It is so interesting. I would give them tweezers, and if you have a magnifying glass, let them, I'm dropping it all over my laptop. Let them discover what's inside this birch log and pull it apart and do some cool stuff with it. And I'm going to throw it away now.
Yeah, I love it. Paper airplanes.
Perfect. Fabulous. I'm not good at that, but I love it. All right, so we have said this to our classes for years and years, but if you go outside for a nature walk, take some tape put it around them, sticky side out, like a little belt or a bracelet, and then they can stick things that they find right to the tape. And they can create a nature belt.
Good one, Kath. Good one.
I know. That's not something I discovered. It's something we've talked about for years, but I like it. Go ahead.
I know you could, if you happen to have some balloons around, play that balloon game where you try and keep the balloon off the floor and you just keep bouncing it.
Perfect. I love that idea. You know, I was making a salad this afternoon, and when I cut my scallions, I just cut this off. You can plant this, the little end of a scallion. Can you see that, guys? You can also do celery, avocado, anything. Carrot tops. Let them start like a little indoor hydroponic garden.
Yep. Take a little Rubbermaid container, throw some soap in it, and let the kids clean their toys.
I already had that. I was just saying, put it in the kitchen sink. All right. How about sink and float? Put a bucket of water out and let them discover what sinks and what floats. Just make sure they're not dropping iPhones into the bucket of water.
Yep. Have them draw pictures or make cards for people who are in nursing homes or people who are confined to their home, and take a walk to the mailbox and mail it.
I love that one. I have something similar, which is to actually write letters, and the children might have to dictate it to you, but write letters to people and then call them up and read it to them over the phone. That might be a time to do something nice like that.
I like that. Go out at night, look at the stars and the moon. Notice the changes of the moon. You're going to be home for a while, so notice the changes of the moon and how things change.
Love that. And depending upon how old the kids are, they could draw the different things they see with the moon and look that up. How about doing a car wash? Like go outside and wash and vacuum the car together. If you have a car, it's been feeling nice out, although I think it's going to rain the rest of this week, but that would be something fun to do.
Yep. Gather leaves and have them come in and paint the leaves.
Love it. I actually wrote down how many leaves, or give them a small little bag. How many leaves can you fit in the bag? How many acorns can you fit in the bag? How many rocks? And that will keep them busy out in the backyard if that's a safe thing for them to do over and over again. Bring
chalk outside.
Love it. I picked this up when I was walking in the woods yesterday, and they could, hey, where'd you go, Leanne?
I'm back.
You're back. They can certainly paint with it, but also how busy would they be if you asked them first to guess how many pine needles are on this, and then they have to pick each one off separately and count them and to see if they've estimated properly. So that might be something to really keep kids busy for a little while.
Fantastic.
Anything else?
Like that. I'm starting to run out of different things for my list. I'm running out. Sorry.
Come on.
Oh,
I have a couple more.
I have one more, I think. I think this is my last one. Start a thankful jar. What are you thankful for? So have the kids start to add to their thankful jar, and that's something that can go on all the time.
That's beautiful. She's going to think of more as I go, but I'm going to zip through the rest of mine. I was thinking of this for a couple of days. So anything with estimation, set up an estimation state. You know how you all do that elf on the shelf thing? Set up a jar in the kitchen or someplace in the house, and every day there's something different in it for them to estimate, or maybe 3 times a day there's something different. So maybe it's dry pasta one day, and maybe it's pom-poms another day, or maybe it's something else you have. Create a scavenger hunt. Write up a scavenger hunt for the kids to go around the house and try to scavenge for something. And if you're working from home, you can make it really long and really challenging to keep them more busy. But in any time, Dame,
you give them their socks and let them make puppets with them, so the different colored socks can be the different puppets.
That's beautiful. If you have older kids, let them alphabetize things. You know I'd send them to my house and they can alphabetize my husband's CD collection that nobody listens to anymore. But, spices or CDs or something like that to alphabetize. It would be a fun way to learn about alphabetical order.
Take the old CDs that you don't want and let them make a beautiful, mobile and hang it outside.
I love that idea. It's beautiful. Might attract birds too. Make musical instruments. Maybe you can take paper plates and put them together with beans inside and let them glue them, and they can make a tambourine, things like that, or a box with elastic bands to make a guitar. I'm sure if you Google it, you can see a lot of them. So anything else, Leanne?
I don't know. I'm thinking you might have won this SmackDown, Kath.
I have a few more. Let them do housework. kids, when my kids were little as toddlers, they would wipe up all the dirty spots on the kitchen floor with a wet rag. Let them do things like that to sweep up or do things. If you have older kids, teach them how to do laundry or teach them how to iron. If anybody even iron, does anybody iron anymore? But,
What's wrong with you?
I know.
My kids don't even still know what an iron is.
I know. Well, we have a dryer that makes everything less wrinkly. So how about telling jokes? Teach the kids how to tell jokes. Like, what did one strawberry say to the other strawberry?
Don't start telling your jokes because you know what's going to happen. It's going to get X-rated. So just you keep those jokes to yourself.
What did one strawberry say to the other strawberry is, if you weren't so fresh, we wouldn't be in this jam. How do you like that? My other favorite child-friendly joke. No, this one's not bad. What did the 0 say to the 8?
I've heard this before.
Nice belt. Anyway, you'll be thinking about that one. Write a family book together, write a song, write a skit. Leanne talked about writing a play. Great ideas. Maybe make a cookbook. And then the last thing I'm going to say to SmackDown is have a camp out right in the living room.
I love that.
Camping and do something right in the living room. So
picnic. Have dinner as a picnic.
You know what? I also thought about this. Do you know what this is? Like, if I never used it before, but if you want to make popsicles, you could make popsicles in the middle of the winter time, although it's nice out, or put food coloring in them and let kids go outside and paint on the ground with them and see if they can create things outside. This will last a long time before it melts if you freeze it well. So do it with Dixie cups if you don't have things like that. And then if all else fails, save the corks from the wine bottles because of this pandemic. And see if the kids can create things. I might have a couple. Anyway, hopefully this has helped.
Yeah.
We know that kids are home with you. We want them to look back on this and say, remember those weeks we were home with that pandemic? And what are they going to say about it?
Yeah.
Hopefully that was awesome.
Yeah, my mother was so mad the whole time. No, we don't want that to happen.
No, you don't want them to think, oh, my parents are so stressed out because I'm home. Even if you are stressed out, try to hide it from them because they're worried too. But if they look back on this a year from now, we want them to say, boy, we had so much fun playing together and doing things, or I had so much fun that week even though you had to work from home. And that's what we hope this will be helpful for.
Yep, exactly. Hey.
Stay safe.
Stay healthy.
Stay groovy.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.